Good morning, students. This video will go over the steps for how to sketch your Sprite character using Piskel. I will be demonstrating how to do a Sprite sketch using a reference photo. However, you're welcome to use your own character or design your own fictional creature or character using the techniques from this tutorial, but I will be demonstrating today using this portrait of Frida Kahlo. The key thing is the first step. Hopefully everybody at this point has already completed the assignment where you've picked a reference photo. And then when you're looking at your reference photo, you want to think about whether or not your reference photo is symmetrical or asymmetrical. So some of these some parts of a portrait, like for example, the face, if the face is looking straight at the camera, there are points where the face is symmetrical. So the eyes and mouth are symmetrical, the shape of the body is symmetrical, but there are also parts where it's asymmetrical. In these two examples here, the clothing is asymmetrical. Oftentimes the hair is asymmetrical. So when we look for a photo, when we're looking at our reference photo, or you're looking for a reference photo, just try to pay attention to, what is the symmetrical parts and what are the asymmetrical parts so that you know which tools to use. And then I'm going to be demonstrating how to make a outline sketch and then how to add color or texture onto that outline sketch. The key takeaway here is that you need to think about using the simplest possible amount of points to create eyes, nose, and mouth, and to show those iconic features that make your character unique, whether it's things like skin tone, hairstyle, clothing, a specific type of jewelry that they wear, or, in this example of, where's Kobe? Having the purple and orange is like the quintessential part of the character. We've looked at a bunch of examples in class trying to capture those essential features using the simplest amount of points possible. If you are doing a portrait like this one here, Billie Eilish, you'll have more ability to put detail into it. If you're doing more of a full body pose, you'll have more options when it comes to animation, but you will really need to simplify down your design. So with that, let's get into the steps and let's get into Piskel. So in Piskel, hopefully you've all used this. Just remember to log into with your account so that it's there. You're going to create a new sprite. Now the one recommendation that I have for this sprite is that you increase the resolution because it naturally defaults to a low resolution picture, and so like a circle will have lots of steps to it. So I would highly recommend that you resize your drawing from either 32 by 32 or higher. I would resize it to 100 by 100 and then just hit resize. And now just to kind of show you, if I draw a circle, it has way more steps per every single cell. So it's just everything, your artwork is going to be much smoother. So let me just delete these two things here and get on with the artwork. So I'm going to be working from a reference photo. So the steps for the reference photo, I could just wing this and do, with the mirror pen, I could just draw kind of an oval and then add, if I was doing a portrait, I would want a big space. Too far. I would want a big space for the body, and then I could add clothes onto this and those kind of things and put hair up here. Or if I was doing a full length, I would just need to make the head much smaller so that I have room for, legs coming out the bottom and arms coming out the side. Now, just remember back from when we've done gesture drawing sketches in class, the legs are twice as tall as the head and body, and the arms usually come down to just below the waist. I think I might have gone a little too far, so I can just erase this a little bit. or if anything, like this will become where the hands are. My other recommendation is if your pose is kind of complicated or your pose is asymmetrical, you could do just the body and head symmetrical and then turn off the mirror pen to do something, a little bit more asymmetrical pose. The key is that you use the symmetry when you can, and then you turn it off when it's not. But I'm going to be working from a reference photo, so I'm going to actually be able to import that reference photo directly into Piskel. So to do that, I'm going to use Import, and I'm going to click Browse Images, and I've already got my Frida picture in my documents. I believe they're in Piskel Characters, Kush Example. So I will import this picture and hit Open. Now, when I'm opening this picture, I need to make sure that I resize this to fit the size of the picture that we're doing. So my picture is 1 by 1 square, so I want to make sure, or 100 by 100 square. So I want to make sure that both of these, so if I did 100 here, it would be too big here. So I'm going to just resize this to 100 and then just hit Import. And it says, yes, it will replace current. That's okay. So here you can already immediately see that it has downgraded or really turned the resolution of this picture way, way, way down low. Now, I could draw right on top of this. However, it's not going to work well because, you're going to have a harder time erasing the pieces in between. So what you actually want to do is you want to add a new blank frame and then turn this onion skinning on, and it will make kind of a ghost picture of your original picture. This will continue to flash for now, so I will just take this and turn this all the way down to 0. So now I have a ghosted picture of Frida, and I can use the proportions directly from the photograph to, outline where the head is, give it a little bit of shoulders, and I even can follow directly the outline of the arms. I might stop there because I don't think it's symmetrical anymore at that point. And you can already see that it's not perfect, but it does give me a good approximation of height and width and those kind of things. I think the only other thing that's symmetrical is this, and I might have gone a little off here, so I'll just erase by right-clicking and tighten up that head. Now, the arms, if I look at our picture, the hands, some of the drapes and this part here are asymmetrical. So I just need to make sure that I switch off of my mirror pen and go back and draw those in by hand. So I think if I look again, there was a little bit of outlining here, and there is, she does have a hand here and holding a little letter. Now I may, at a later time, decide that I want to actually get rid of the outlines. That's okay, but it's good to kind of start with an outline. So at this point, you can't trace anymore, but you can just use the photo reference to get the colors that you need. So what I'm going to do is with this color picker, I'm going to kind of pick a little bit of this pink for the dress, and I'll just make a nice big thing, and I'll just put a dot here, and I'll right click, I'll pick a little color picker and pick the skin tone and put a dot here for the skin tone. It looks like almost the skin tone and the dress are almost the exact same color. Little of that orange, pick the little orangey one here. Pen tool, put a little dot there. And I think the only other thing I need is just this maroon red. And then I can improvise and just say that the white is there. So these are my colors, which is great. So now I can just, with the paint bucket tool, I can just start to, it filled in this area here because I missed a little spot. So let me just, with black, fix that little outline, and now fill, wrong color, color picker, paint bucket, and then color picker, shortcut is O, so that is a shortcut to help you, and then bucket is B, and then O, and then B, O, and B, click, click, and then, oh, there, I missed, you know what I missed? I missed this little, part here, so I'll just add that in now. O, right, B, click, that skin tone again, and B. So I think at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video. And the first step of this is obviously to get the outlining and the fill. The next video will cover face and texture and how to do things like remove the outline if you want it. Hope everybody is safe and well, and have a great day.